Let's start with the first verb in our example, prepare. It's the easiest one. It means to compile some information. In our example of financial statements, it means posting and adjusting journal entries, downloading them from the ERP, adding notes to them, and passing them to your seniors. To accomplish this, you're looking at the training notes and prior examples. Now remember how I said that verbs put you at a certain level? What level does verb prepare put you at? Level 0, right? You're just gathering information and answering the what question. You're considered to be a junior, no matter what your actual title is. Keep in mind that the verbs answer the what question, what it means question, and so what question. How about another verb? Let's say record. Is it level 0, level 1, or level 2? And before you answer, think about this. Does it answer the what question, what it means question, or so what question? Press pause, try to answer, and then resume the lesson. It's level 0. It's what you record. You're not really looking at recordings and asking questions. You're putting the information in the system. Another one, apply. Where does that fit in? It's level 0. For the same reasons, you're applying something. You're not judging or questioning. Someone told you to apply something and you applied it. All of the above are level 0 verbs, and you should try to avoid them as much as possible if you're aiming for level 1 or level 2. Let's look at analyze. It means to examine methodically by separating two parts and studying the interrelationships. That's the dictionary definition. In simple terms, it means to take something that you or someone else prepared and criticize it. For example, when you analyze a financial statement, you're questioning it. Why did assets increase so much? Why are there so many journal entries in the prepaid account? How come the revenue didn't increase as much as expected? If you write in your per report, I analyzed something, you have a higher chance of getting level 1. The important thing is not to just say I analyzed something, but to add how. For example, I analyzed something by comparing A and B to determine whether the results are as expected. This will give you level 1, assuming you satisfied other requirements. Here's how I would put it. I analyzed the prepaid account transactions by comparing the journal entry backups to similar transactions in a GL to determine whether the transactions are for the correct amount. The key here is to use the verb analyze and the word interrelationships. It means comparing different things together to come to a conclusion. You're going to get the feedback, consider interrelationships, very often from reviewers if you don't go into this much depth. If prepare means to gather information and answering the what question, then analyze means to look at the information already gathered and answering the what it means question. The third one is evaluate. Evaluating means coming to a conclusion, making a decision. When making any decision, we consider a couple of options and pick one. Similar to analyze, you're going to begin your sentence with, I evaluated something. Then you're going to explain how, and you're going to consider some options and pick one. For example, I evaluated the transactions by considering the alternative ways to post it, such as A and B, and I decided to make a recommendation to X because of Y. The impact on my company was Z. Evaluate, alternative, recommend, and impact go hand in hand, so use them together. So prepare means what, analyze means what it means, and evaluate means so what. What is level 0, what it means is level 1, and so what is level 2. You can see that it's kind of like writing a CPA case. The issue statement is what, like prepare, the analysis is what it means, so analysis, and recommend is so what, so evaluate. CPA cases also have impact, so besides the recommendation, we have to also write how it impacts the company, which falls under evaluate. For example, after I finished analyzing by comparing the journal entry backups to similar transactions, I stepped back, asked so what, and I started evaluating. The impact on the company is A if I recommend B, while it is C if I recommend D. Therefore, I chose to recommend B. You can see that I'm explicitly throwing these verbs, step back, so what, analyze, evaluate, to make it obvious that I know what I'm talking about. You're taking away from the reviewers the ability to give you the pushback that you didn't answer the so what question because you just wrote it. So write it like a CPA case. Don't forget about the impact and be explicit with keywords. By the way, there's a reason why PER is like a CPA case. That's because of the CPA Way. They want us to use the CPA Way for everything, not just PEP and CFI, but also in PER, when you're working, when you're riding a bike, when you're on a date. They want us to use it for everything. Now, these three verbs are the main ones in PER, but there are others. For example, for level 0, some of the most common verbs are calculate, record, apply, prepare, and explain. You can remember them with the memory aid crap, so your work at level 0 is crappy. For level 1, the most common verbs are analyze, prepare, research, identify. You can remember them with the memory aid applied, so you have a little more pride in level 1. For level 2, the most common verbs to describe your tasks are develop, evaluate, advise, review, and recommend. You can remember with the memory aid, dear. When people send you letters with dear introduction, then you got some level 2 respect. I have a PDF file that you can download that has these verbs. The glossary PDF at the start of this course will also help you understand these verbs and what they mean. In summary, verbs are very important. Use them correctly, explain them, and avoid level 0 crappy verbs.